Okay, we are clear. Ready to go live in 5, 4. Cue the talent. 3. Hey, I said cue the talent. 2 and 1. Attention hobbyists, sports fans, and collectors nationwide and abroad. It's time to get hype. Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! About the hobby we are all a part of. Live from the Mojobreak studios, it's Dan and Doug. Come on! So, get hype. Be hype. This is The Hype.
What is going on, Mario? It is time.
What's up, Mario?
For The Hype, episode number 139, Mojobreak.com. We got all the hottest releases breaking this week. And on today's show, we're going to talk about them. Mosaic basketball and 2020 Bowman. We're going to talk about it. We're going to dissect the craziness that's been going down with these releases. Thank you guys for joining us. Once again, get your breaks at mojobreak.com. We have a variety of everything. We have different price points. Everything's scheduled. Everything's guaranteed to break. So thanks for listening to the show today. Dan, what's going down?
What up? Just getting ready for NASCAR. Another NASCAR event tonight. Wednesday, under the lights, Darlington. Get ready.
Second bag, baby.
Super Speedway. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great.
See you, Red.
Get your bets in.
What's going down?
What's up, Mario?
But nobody knows. We need a little backstory if we're going to just say, what's up, Mario?
No, that's the Easter eggs we throw into these shows. But yes, there was a
99.
Zion 101 pulled by a younger gentleman that was just cool as a cucumber, pulling a $40,000 card. Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for joining. John, we're not frozen. We just don't have any. We don't have any images because we're doing our best at social distancing. So you're just gonna see some slides for the show today. We hope to have the new studio underway come June 1st. I wanted to start off the show with this little gem of Luke Voigt. You can see people getting pretty creative in their eBay listings these days. So the listing is for a 2018 Topps Now Luke Voigt 101, and they put pre-2020 project. Pre-2020. Like the project 2020 is such a big thing. You got to somehow get it into your listings.
Yeah, because that is a Topps Now card, right?
That is.
That's old school.
Old school, man.
Old school. Topps Direct. Topps Now.
2018, old school.
2018. It's old
So
school.
many eons ago. Hey, we got to do what you got to do. But, this was actually, I saw it from Watch the Breaks, posted this up. And the funny thing is people do these catchphrases, right? And they put these catchphrases to get people to click on their listings, but they don't put anything in the description. It's just copy and paste in the description. It's like, you got me to click on it. Sell me in the description. Tell me why I should buy this Luke Voigt 101.
Wait a second. You actually read descriptions on eBay?
I do sometimes.
Why? And how's it going to sell you? It's the picture and the title and the price is what's going to sell you.
Sometimes I need a little bit more.
No.
I need a little bit more.
I would
to
like
sell
to
me.
know somebody who actually got sold by reading the description of an eBay auction.
Maybe they put in the description that Luke Voigt's born on July 28th, and that's my favorite day. And I might buy it. Just sell me.
A little handling noise in the background. I don't know if that's coming from. Maybe your funky cable.
It could be my funky cable, Funky Cole Medina. So, yeah, that's the eBay listing of the week right there. But we've been busting some Mosaic, guys. Did 4 cases this morning. We pulled a gold Zion blue chips, numbered to 10. People are saying that's worth a lot of money, maybe worth the same amount as a car. We also pulled a Tyler Hero gold true rookie as well. And lots of LeBron. So Mosaic's out. It's crazy. People are talking about it on Twitter. You can see Panini posted boxes at $629. $629 for one autograph and 150 cards. So craziness. Nobody ever in their wildest imagination would think that Mosaic would be this price. When it came out, based on the wholesale price, I would say that the boxes were intended on being about $150 to $160. So the fact that they're $629.
I think you're a little high there.
I'm a little high on the
I think you're
intention.
on the intention. I think when this came out, I think SRP was supposed to be around $120.
Do they even have SRP nowadays?
No, they do. Nobody talks about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pipe dream now.
There's no suggested.
Man, I just wish I can pay list price on something. That would be great. No, I mean we're looking at. I'm hearing rumblings that it's $900 to $1,000, and I looked at a wholesaler business to business website, and there's buyers for almost $8,000 a case.
No way.
Yep.
I'm going on there right now.
Are you getting a little bit of
I'm not noticing any feedback.
nothing in your not feedback, but like kind of like a static?
It sounds like a fan. That's all I hear.
I hear very faint, like a little flicker. Or something.
Like a flicker, right?
Yeah.
I'm not noticing that.
It's pretty faint though. Like it's not too destructive.
It's driving me nuts.
C-Rad, what is your take on the price jump on Mosaic? What do you think is causing this?
Just the times we're in mostly. With this being the first release in a while, it's another shiny product. Smart on Panini to pivot Mosaic into its own product. Instead of calling it Prism Mosaic, because you're gonna have people growing like, oh, another Prism. Now they can just be like, hey, it's a new product. It's Mosaic, right, baby? It's not Prism. It's Mosaic, baby. So smart on Panini for doing that. I haven't opened it myself. I'm excited to get into it. Check out all the parallels. I'm a big parallel guy. I'm an old school collector too. So, we'll see.
So if we were not in a pandemic, you don't think that this would go up as much as it did?
I think it would be like $250 to $300 a box.
It absolutely goes up because of the Zion factor, but yeah, not as much if we weren't in the pandemic.
I don't think it's. I mean, dude, we're talking like almost $1,000 a box right now, and I mean, autograph content wise, you're looking at one autograph. I know you're not chasing the autographs, but $1,000 for one autograph,
right,
is what you're paying for, and you're getting. I mean, we got. On average, we had a couple cases that had like 4 golds.
Yeah.
And we had a couple cases that had 1 gold. I would say you're getting probably 1 to 2 golds on average, number to 10. But that's a gold, and that could be through every single subset on the checklist. I think there's like 300 cards on the checklist. So, man, I'm surprised because it's not. This is the 3rd Mosaic we've had, right?
We've had 16, 17, 17, 18. This is the 4th.
Fourth,
technically.
We've had Prism Mosaic before.
Yeah.
This is just Mosaic, baby.
Dude, it's the same thing.
It's just Mosaic, baby.
It's the same thing. It's never been a card that you want when it comes to a rookie collector. I mean, it's probably like
not in past years.
Not in past years, but I mean, even when it was labeled Prism, we had a bunch of Ben Simmons from Mosaic, and you can get them like graded PSA 10s for like $60, $70.
And that was the top guy.
Yeah.
And that was the whole reason. Yeah. So replay happened in 16, 17, and replay was a $220 basically buyback product in a sense, but they were using cards that they had already had that it got turned in late, and it was an absolute debauchery. It was about a $50 box. Us, bunch of other breakers, retailers threw their arms up, said, hey, we can't push this product on our customers. So they basically gave us Mosaic to say, hey, so this is what we can do. You guys got to keep your Mosaic, or you got to keep your replay, but we're going to give you the same amount of boxes in this Mosaic, and there's going to be Ben Simmons and Jaylen Brown, blah, blah. So that's how it was adopted. And then the next 2 years, Mosaic was an online-only release. I think the next 3 years, right? We didn't even last year with Luca. I think it was still an online-only release, right? So three years in a row, or 2 years after the first year, it was an online-only release. You could go on Panini any day after it was released and buy it. It wasn't like sold out in 5 minutes.
We went back and bought it.
17, times, 18.
You went ham.
We bought a lot of it in 17, 18. And it must have been up on the site for a month or two.
Yep.
And then I think 18, 19 sold out definitely a lot faster.
Mm-hmm.
But we did get a fair amount of that as well.
Yeah, so I mean, So
It
now,
didn't go up to $1,000 a box.
I mean, that if you do the math, there's 150 cards a box. So that is literally $7 to $8 a card at this point for regular base cards. So, I mean, this is pure pandemic pricing. I mean, but if you look at the singles, it does justify the price. And that's kind of where I was going with this. I do have some images of some cards that we have on eBay. I think I have another Twitter of another person talking about it. Like, goddamn, the new Panini hobby boxes for retail price of $630, 150 cards. Who the hell is this hobby for anymore? And I think a lot of people are feeling that same way. I mean, who the hell is this hobby for, right? Kids can't buy it. Your average Joes aren't going to be buying more than one box if they are, or they're getting into breaks. So my thought is, when you go this high on prices of boxes, people aren't going to unload singles for nothing. So people are going to go like, well, that card is worth more because it is out of a $600 box. So I know letting the market decide the prices is one thing, but I think you're going to see prices influx because now this is a high-end product, quote unquote, high-end product.
They're
right?
all high-end products.
They're all high-end
If you want to
now.
go based on price, they're all high-end.
I mean, you got a stained glass LeBron with 2 days left for $842. Stained glass out of Mosaic Hobby. You've got an In It to Win It insert, which we pulled fairly regularly. We also pulled the stained glass fairly regularly as well for $750, your best offer. I don't know if you have any eBay stuff up there currently, but these prices are way more than you would think, and it's just blowing everybody's mind. It's definitely a good thing. It's bringing more intrigue into our hobby. But is this a good trend to have, or is it a bad trend? What's your thoughts, Dan?
It won't sustain. I mean, it's neither good nor bad. It's not. There's not going to be any longevity to this trend. Once we get back, the presses are running again. We're going to see new releases come out. So we're not going to see $1,000 LeBron James inserts, because those stained glass that you were just looking at, it was like $800 with like 2 days left. Those are falling about 5 to 6 per case.
Right.
There's only 10 guys on the checklist. So I don't know how much of this they made, but if there's only 10 guys on the checklist and you're pulling about 5 or 6 of them, there may have been 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 of those cards made of every player.
Well, and I know we talked about the LeBron James phenomenon last week, but now it's at an all-time high. I mean, there wasn't a documentary on LeBron James. Do you think The Last Dance caused the LeBron James cards to go up as well? Or was it the Kobe factor? Why are LeBron James cards so goddamn high? I mean, look at these. Look at these. $2,500. That's with bids. We don't know if it got paid, but $2,500 on a Genesis, which isn't numbered, but it's supposedly super short printed. A Genesis, $2,500 for a LeBron James card. I mean, you've got some of the retail inserts that are $2,500. LeBron James. Yeah, LeBron James. What's that $2,900 one?
That Genesis is
Pelicans.
Oh my God, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, check that out.
Oh,
So,
man.
So hey,
kick me in the nuts.
So check.
What did we sell it for?
Let's talk about
$500.
No, let's talk about that right now. We always get hated on as being the high price leader, but check out these apples right here. So the Pelicans on eBay in a case break sold for $2,900. We sold our Pelicans for the high price of $500.
No joke. We have confirmation on that.
Hey, could you find out what the Lakers sold for? Because we sold the Lakers for $150.
Yeah, I can find out. Let me see.
Did that actually get $2,900? Is that
$2,900? Good deal.
Good deal. $2,900 in a case break on an eBay breaker.
Yep.
Oh man, that is
So
crazy.
we're either the cheapest ever or just the dumbest people in the room.
We're dumb. I mean, we like we charity breaks. You know, we do breaks for charity. No, okay. But yeah, that's crazy. $2,900 for a team in a case break, and it's not even National Treasures. It's not Noir.
Oh,
Dude,
God.
Mosaic.
It's not Immaculate.
Mosaic's lit, dude. It's lit.
Hey, what's up, Mario?
Grizzlies for $1,400.
Jeez.
Lakers for $1,176.
$1,100. That's actually a good deal. I would rather spend $1,100 on the Lakers than $2,900 on the Pelicans.
That's crazy. Yep. We like giving away money, but I wanted to compare,
Shoot, I have them too low.
and I wanted to have a discussion.
We're not getting hot dogs, man. We're getting top ramen. We can't.
Can somebody send us some food?
I mean, eBay Breaker is getting that filet mignon.
yeah, lobster. Anyways, well, not if they bought it at the blowout price. It might have broke even. But anyways, I wanted to compare the all things shiny when it comes to Zion. So we've had 4 pivotal shiny releases, including Mosaic today. So if you're looking at one of the early sales on a silver Zion Mosaic, which the silvers don't come out as regular as the Mosaic prisms. The silver prisms seem to be a little bit more short printed. One sold with bids for $1,000, and that was a 9.5. So then you can go to, I think I have Select next. Okay. And Select is a little bit different because you do have the court sides. I didn't see any silver court sides. Did they not make silver court sides?
I think they do. I think they're just hard. They're just hard to.
They're hard to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
The court sides are extremely tough balls.
So you got a Select rookie silver prism of Zion that sold for $1,000. So that's very comparable to the Mosaic pricing. And then you go to Optic, and you got the Optic Hollow, a Gem 10 Zion, $1,700. And then you go to Prism, right? You go to Prism Silvers, and a silver Prism PSA 10 sold for $3,700.
Dude.
So you kind of can see the pecking order here. So you've got Prism is king, Prism, regular Prism. And then you have Optic, and then you have Select, and then you have Mosaic. So my point of this is, in 10 years, let's just say Zion is the top player in the league in 10 years, and people are like scrambling after his inserts like LeBron. Is there going to be any room for Mosaic to sell?
Dude, if I'm blown away right now by the $3,700 for a Gem Mint Zion Silver. I actually, if you would have asked me...
And that's low. I actually are close to 4
If you would have asked me, like, hey, how much do you think a Zion Gem Mint Silver rookie goes for? I would be like, $1,000? $1,000? Way off.
Way off.
$4,000.
$4,000 for a silver prism. To be fair, though, it was really hard to get 10s this year compared to other years because of the centering issues.
Did they not make that many of them?
No, they made a lot.
No, they made a lot.
They made a lot, but there's probably not a lot of 10s comparative percentage-wise, like with Luka and all the other stuff, right? It is crazy to think about that a card not numbered is a $3,700 card. And that was recently. That was sold May 4th, so pretty recent sale there. But that's my whole point is, and I'm just asking you guys, in 10 years from now, how does Mosaic rank? And then you've got like Busta saying in the chat,
dude, is
Revolution, you got all these other brands, right? But I feel like there's just too much of it right now for the price. So like if you hit a Mosaic Zion, I feel like you should probably sell.
But in 5 years, is the Mosaic brand even still in print?
You know, for sure next year it will be.
Next year, probably. I mean,
or will it, or can it be one of the best products that they have?
We don't know. Things can change. Things can change. Everything we've known from prior years goes out the window.
Absolutely.
So collectors may say, hey, the Mosaic brand is my brand. That's what I love, and that's what I'm going to chase. But
I will say the non-numbered rookie base card, that's a basketball. That's such a basketball sports card thing. You know what I mean? Jordan set the tone with that.
So I mean, the prices of Mosaic obviously right now are justified with the singles. I also think what helps with Mosaic was the little bit of taste of retail we had out for like a month. So retail was like gone. So you got that FOMO going on when it comes to, oh, well, the hobby's coming out. Maybe I could try to get into the hobby because every time I go to Target or Walmart, there's no Mosaic. And I see these guys on Twitter and eBay, they're just selling these boxes at like 5 times the price. And all I really want to do is just rip a box. So there's a lot of buildup heading into the hobby version, plus no sports, no releases. It literally was the perfect storm for pricing for this. But the guys that are going to invest thousands of dollars into these products probably won't sell them for under $1,000, so that it may hold true. I don't know.
Based on the secondary market, and you look at the numbers, and you got to say that I get it. There's been a lot of shiny releases. There's been a lot of them in basketball. Mm-hmm. But based on the price, there could be more.
We're in the shiny age.
They can release a shiny product every single week.
Yeah.
And at what point, if they released one every single week, at what point did the secondary market prices start falling? Is it they can release Mosaic Series 2 next week.
Mosaic,
And I think we would be at the same exact prices.
yeah, Mosaic.
So if they came out with a Series 3, a Series 4, a Series 5, and did it like every single week,
Last off the line.
at what point does the market get saturated?
Well, we're gonna see, because I don't know if you heard, C-Rad, but did you hear about Chronicles?
No, I didn't.
Chronicles basketball is gonna have Prism update in it. So the guys that aren't in Prism, like the nuns, they're gonna be in there.
Nice.
And then they're gonna do new variations apparently of Zion, Ja, and everything else.
There we
So
go.
now you're gonna see another shiny product, which won't be coming out of every pack, but it's probably gonna be, I don't know. We'll see what it falls.
I love it.
So there's another thing that's coming out. I mean, who knows? They may create something else.
This is literally what we've been talking about for years. One thing I want to get across is that we always talk about they only have a finite amount of resources to get autographs, right? They're at the max of autographs that they can get per year, so that kind of caps how many products they can do. But with the advent of like shiny products, it's like you don't really need autographs at this point, so you could just keep printing this. You know what I'm saying?
That's the issue. That's a scary road that we're starting to trend down, because if that's the case, then what was saving us is the fact that there are guaranteed autos in every box. That's saving us from mass production.
Mm-hmm.
If nobody cares anymore about autographs, if I was a manufacturer, I would start taking away and alleviating some of that content.
Look at the Select Hybrid. Look at the T-Malls.
And you start doing that, and then you can start printing more variations and more color. And then you start getting to the point where we're in the junk wax era.
Well,
so
right now, I mean, right now, demand outweighs supply.
You want to sit there and talk crap about, dumpy sticker autos and single color napkin relics and all that stuff. That's literally the only thing saving us from the printing presses just going at it and working overtime.
Well, we're already seeing it this year. I mean, but like I was just saying, right now the demand outweighs the supply based on what you're seeing on eBay.
So keep on saying how much you love, like those sticker autos. People should love them. Love them.
They're saving us.
They're saving us right now.
Yeah. I mean, but you look at the autograph. We just did 4 cases of Mosaic, right? We did 48 boxes between me and Dan this morning. I think there was a Ja Morant was the best auto. I mean, it was a lot of like Stevie Francis,
I mean, there
Rip
was
Hamilton guys.
There was an Anthony Davis.
There was Anthony Karl Malone, decent,
Malone.
No Zion, hardly any rookie autos, mostly vet autos, and it's at the point where it just doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter.
It cost the manufacturer the most to get the actual autograph content. So if they start alleviating some of that content, then the margin goes up. They can make more of it.
Yep.
It's not a coincidence that we keep on seeing a lot more products that come out that are just one autograph.
Right. Or none.
With
Select Hybrid, you don't need how many times
T-Mall.
How many autos you get in? How many boxes before you get an auto in Hybrid? Probably 5, 6.
Yep.
So you're getting a case of 20 with like 2 autographs in it. So
pretty much.
That's normally that allows them to basically 10 times the amount they would normally make, because they're only putting 1 auto in every 5 box, right?
Yep.
So
and it can be justified if you look at the secondary market and you see these Zion selling for 4 figures, then it's justified.
Yep. And we're gonna get into Bowman, but Bowman actually is completely different. So
it's baseball.
You look at Bowman collectors, and Bowman collectors don't pay more for parallels than they do for autos. So in a sense, Bowman cannot be overproduced, right? In a sense, unless they can just continue to get Jason Dominguez to sign more and more autos. So baseball has never really grasped the parallel. Baseball is still all about the auto and the memorabilia, which is, kind of completely different for basketball, where basketball is all about the parallel.
Which is kind of trippy because vintage is all about that base,
Yep.
obviously.
Yep.
Yeah, because if you take it, so let's go do a comparison with Prism. So take a Zion Gold rookie auto, or just a Zion regular gold non-auto.
Mm-hmm.
The non-auto is going to sell for more than the sticker auto rookie auto, rookie gold.
No, the parallel without an auto is going to sell.
Yeah. I'm saying like the non-auto is going to sell for more than the rookie auto.
Yes.
Even if it's the same numbering. A completely different in baseball. You can have the same player, say Jason Dominguez red auto, and Jason Dominguez just red. The red non-auto is going to sell for a lot, but it isn't going to sell for a tenth of what the red auto is going to sell for.
Yeah.
The autograph content is king when it comes to baseball.
Yep. And here's some images of some Jason Dominguez. These were out of Bowman first. You can see the first stamp. Don't know. Go back to that one. I don't know if that green got paid, but a green shimmer to 99 sold for $16,000. Yes, I did not. I'm not joking. Based on bid, sold for $16,000. Don't know if it got paid. I'm assuming it didn't. That seems like it's way too high. I mean, I would think maybe $4 or $5K maybe on a 99. I know it's one of the first. And then a smudged base auto sold for $2,100.
Dang, is this for Jason Michael Jordan Trout Dominguez?
It is. He's the Martian. He actually already has a nickname, the Martian, because he's out of this world, they say. So you can read some of his. And I'm going to highlight 3 players from Bowman. I wish I had more time to dig a little bit deeper, but with all these releases this week, I haven't had a lot of time. So the kid is 17. He was born in 2003. So Dominican Republic, 5'11", and he's drawn a lot of comparisons to Mike Trout. So they've already gave him a nickname, the Martian, and that's what everybody's going after in Bowman. That's what is the big draw this year is Jason Dominguez. So crazy prices. I think it's the right time. I think we're also hitting pandemic pricing on this as well. As this is the number one pandemic prospect right now, and he's on the right team. If you could say what you want to say about what it takes to be a number one Bowman prospect. There's always speculation, and there's obviously guys that don't fit this mold. But big market team, hits for power. And you got Jason Dominguez. So he fits that mold. And with multiple baseball writers and Baseball America, all this stuff, comparing him to Trout, I mean, that just gets collectors salivating. So this is going to be insane to follow. And I really hope that he's not short-printed. I really hope that it doesn't take like 30 cases to hit one Jason Dominguez auto. I hope he's inserted as much as everybody else. Because, that's one thing that Topps does is not all base autos are created the same. There may be a guy that signs 5,000 base autos compared to a guy that signs 200 base autos. But because they're not numbered, we don't know that. So I hope he signed as much as everybody else. And, because these cases are approaching $5,000. Jumbo cases are approaching $5,000. Which is also out of this. You can call 2020 Bowman the Martian product because the pricing is out of this world. I mean, what do you think? What do you think about Jason Dominguez?
But it's crazy. We're in 1 week we have Mosaic come out, and it's 10 times the suggested retail price, and then you have Bowman come out, and it's I don't even know. They don't have a map on Bowman, so there is no suggested retail price, but. And it's hard to say because Bowman has gone up every single year. So I'm trying to go back to maybe 2015 when you can get maybe a box of jumbo for when it came out $140, $150. I think I want to say wholesale was a little bit over $100.
Yeah.
Even Shohei's year, I remember it was higher than normal, but it wasn't crazy.
No, it was $3,000 cases, I think.
Yeah. I mean,
Shohei year was hot too.
It's
well, that was the beginning of the boom, I think, was Shohei. I mean, you had Judge the year before, but you had Shohei.
But we've been talking about this release well before the pandemic, and it was hyped. It's been hyped for the last 6 to 8 months.
We've announced Jason Dominguez.
We've been talking. Well, even the speculation, even before they announced Jason Dominguez, there was the speculation that Jason Dominguez was going to be in there, and it was already going nuts.
Yeah.
And everybody who has a wholesale account, everybody maxed out their pre-orders on it. So everybody got cut. Then you put the pandemic into play, and I think that is actually driven up the price as well.
Well, and also, two things that both these products we're talking about today, I'm talking about Mosaic and I'm talking about 2020 Bowman, what they have in common was there was a little bit of a tasters released onto the market. So Topps obviously released Bowman First Edition. We see Jason Dominguez paper base, which we talked about in prior episodes, going for $250 for a paper base card, right? So it's almost like, is that a strategy that's going to work going forward? Where if you just, give a little tester out to the market, see where you're at, you may be able to you get so much hype around it.
You could only do that if you're working with a category that has a lot of hype beforehand.
Right.
You can't, it all comes down to the rookie class. Like, if you can do that if you know that there's going to be a Zion. If Zion's in there and a Zion talent level type of player is in there, then you can do that with every product and it will be successful. But you can't do that if there's no hype and nobody's chasing anybody.
Right.
So I think it works for a really, really hyped rookie class, and you can do it pretty much all year, but you can't do it if it's not a big rookie class.
And I will tell you what, if you go on Blowout Cards right now, I'm on there, you can see it for yourself. There is zero. You can't buy a pack of 2020 Bowman from them right now. There's nothing. There's nothing on their site. So I'm going to go on the DA Card World now. We're going to do the big three, them and Steel City Collectibles.
I don't think you're going to find it.
It's 2020 Bowman. They have first edition all day up there, $740 a box. No 2020 Bowman on DA Card World. You go on to Steel City. You go on Steel City Collectibles, which is probably, those are the three, right? 2020 Bowman. Looking at it. You're going. You're Googling. You're like, I want to buy a box. Where do I buy a box? Because none of my card shops aren't going to have it. 2020 Bowman. Not on the site. Coming soon on Steel City. We know that these guys have hundreds of cases. 100%. Now, they may have pre-sold a lot, and they're waiting, but this is an absolute money play because they don't know where this is going to end at. They're seeing what their requests are in cases. They're watching the dealer net markets to see what it's going up to. So they're not willing to put it out there because they have fear of leaving money on the table, which is capitalism at its best. I get it. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, there may be something wrong with it. Depends on what you think. But they're not willing to sell you a box when we know that there was 10 to 20,000 cases made of this stuff.
But you're saying online retailers. It's the same thing with distributors as well.
Right.
I know, across the board. Everybody. I mean, there's group breakers out there that probably have it that don't have it listed on their site doing the same exact thing.
Right.
So,
and despite the rumors, I want to make one thing really clear for you guys that are listening. We will have it on Friday. We will break our schedule on Friday. So I know there's a lot of shops out there that are not getting their product in time. And that's, sorry for them. It got 25% of it got cut. So not cut, but 25% is shipping this week. And they're going to slowly ship the rest of it out from the manufacturers. Since the pandemic happened, the place that prints the cards, they actually print for Topps and Panini. They have to work at basically half their staff. So they're basically trying to get it out as fast as they can. So some shops that maybe got 1 or 2 boxes aren't going to get it until what they call wave 2 or wave 3. We're only getting 25% of our product, I think. But we made sure that we're getting enough for our schedule on Friday. So I know I'm getting a lot of emails and Facebook and Twitter saying, I don't know, if it's pushed back, just give me a refund or whatever. And that's not the case. We're getting our cases on Friday. So
that's interesting too. That for the Topps Bowman, they got to do it in waves, right? But we've been getting the full allotment of Panini cases and stuff.
Right. Yeah, I don't know how to understand that works. But they pushed back. They pushed up the release date too, which is also maybe.
They made. I mean, there's more cards printed in Bowman than there is Mosaic.
Right.
In more cases, so obviously it's going to be harder to get that type of quantity out the door as opposed to, say, Mosaic or essentially, I mean, Bowman, I think there's a lot of Bowman in the market. There always is. It's not a product that they make. It's like Prism. There's a lot of it made. It's not super short printed. It's not a limited case run.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cases. I mean, we were speculating how many cases you think of Jumbo are going to be out that were made. How many cases?
This is just pure pulling numbers out of my rear end. Jumbo cases, probably 8,000.
Yeah, I basically thought that the number was somewhere in the 12,000 in hobby and maybe 8,000 in Jumbo. And that could be low. But think about that. That's a pretty significant print run.
It is. And Bowman's always around. You can always buy any year of Bowman you want. You can find it for the most part. Every year of Bowman is always available. It's not gone.
Well, the thing, if you can find it for $500 a box, I'd buy it.
Yeah, 500 right now is probably the expected
I'd buy it
price.
at 500 because once it releases on Friday and you see some of those Jason Dominguez parallel autos and base autos, refractor autos, blue autos hitting the market, and they're going for 4 or 5 figures with bids, then those $500 boxes are going to be $900 boxes.
It's crazy. So this is Robert. Robert Poisson's another guy from, he's actually the second ranked international prospect behind Mr. Dominguez. We'll kind of get into the smeared autos later, which I thought was an interesting kind of thing that happened. But Robert Poisson, I don't know about his auto. There he is, young kid as well. I mean, we're talking about some 17-year-old kids who are paying thousands of dollars for their autographs. I mean, these guys' print run is insane, and how much their autos are going to go for is even more insane. I don't know what Robert Poisson's going to go for, but he's one of the main names. And then obviously you got Bobby Witt as well for the Royals. There's a Bobby Witt auto from First Edition. There's Bobby Witt right there. You know, his dad was Bobby Witt Sr., so he comes from that lineage. So those are the 3 bigger names out the gates. And we'll have a little bit more research for next week's show on, who's 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th guy in Bowman. You've also got the checklist for rookies, which is pretty strong. You've got Jordan, you got Bichette, you got Aquino, you got all the guys that have been in tribute and all that stuff that are going to be in Bowman for rookies. So those will do well as well. But it's going to be an interesting release, and I wanted to touch on the smeared autos. So the smeared autos, hopefully they're not the regular version, but I would say 99.9% of the autos that are on eBay from First Edition are all smeared. So Topps hasn't released an official statement on this yet, but people are speculating that these were autos that were pulled out of the run because they were damaged, basically. And they decided to do First Edition, and they needed to insert autos, and all they had to insert were the messed up ones. So that's what you're getting, I think. Don't know if that was the plan with Topps, but it seems like a very terrible idea. I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah, I mean, they could have released it. I mean, to Topps, it doesn't matter how much these boxes go for on the secondary market. It doesn't pad their pockets at all.
They were selling packs for $15 times 24. So you Topps was, I'm doing the math here, boxes were sold to the public $15 times 24 packs, $360 a box was to the public. Now they're $700 now based on the inflation, but $360 and that happens.
But they could have done that without the autograph content.
Right.
People would have bought it no problem, and they would have made the same amount of money. Because again, they don't care that their $360 product is now selling for $700 on the open market. That does not affect their bottom line and their profit margin whatsoever.
Right.
It may help on future releases because you have people who are speculating, going like, "Oh, I'm going to buy this product." Project 2020 is a good example of that, because everything that Topps releases now, if I buy it and I buy it right away, I'm going to be able to move it and double my money.
Right.
But for that specific product, that Bowman First Edition, it didn't matter for them. So they did not have to put in the autograph content, and it wouldn't have stopped any consumer from buying that when the Jason Dominguez paper base cards were going for $200.
Right. So they didn't need to put the autos in. We're strictly talking about the first Bowman First Edition. Autos are like in 1 in 330 packs. Not to be confused with Hobby, which has 1 auto, and not to be confused with Jumbo, which has 3 autos per box. But the First Edition odds of hitting an auto were 1 in 330 packs, which we opened about 8 or 9 boxes, did not get an auto. So we still have some actually, but we did not get an auto out of Bowman First. But all of you can Google it, all the First Edition autos seem to be smeared. So it had to have been an afterthought. Like, hey, we have to put some chase in here. And I don't know. I mean, I hate to be their customer service line at this point. I'm sure you've got a bunch of people calling up saying, hey, my Robert Poisson smeared. What can you do for me? Hey, my Jason Dominguez auto smeared. What can you do for me? And I don't know. I think logistically, that would be like, let's not put this out with autos. Let's just go with the parallels. That's fine. It's going to sell anyway.
I wonder if it smeared in the pack out process or something. I wonder if they did something different in the pack out process for the First Edition than they do on normal runs.
No, that's a good question.
Because that's a lot of autos to get back that are messed up.
Didn't they have an issue with that with the tribute like 4 years ago or something?
They weren't that smeared. They were more faded.
They weren't the tribute. It wasn't. It was like the coating they put on it kind of bubbled. So it was the coating that was on the card that was a little funky. But man, like I know again, it's like 1 in every 7 or 8 boxes you're getting an autograph or something like that. 360 packs or whatever the hell it is. But it still seems like that's a lot of bad autograph content.
Yeah, go on eBay. Type up Bowman First Edition auto and just like
I've seen it, but they're all kind of smeared in the same place. So it's like almost like how they were inserted into the pack or something like that. I don't know.
This one's kind of hard to see because it's a green. Let's click on it. Let's see.
That guy's auto sucks anyway. It's gonna be hard to tell.
No, his isn't.
No,
smeared.
you know what? But that's one of the turquoise.
Yeah, that's the yeah.
So the Jason.
Oh,
Dominguez,
and that's actually had a regular Bowman because there's no Bowman First on there.
Oh, that's a real
But somebody put I don't know. Somebody put Bowman First
edition
Edition on there, but I don't see the stamp. We're looking at eBay right now.
First edition is this one?
See, people don't know. As long as it has a stamp. That one's not bad. Tough pull, yeah. 1 in 310 packs. Maybe there's less smeared than we thought. Jasil De La Cruz for the Braves, the 99. There's that Jason Dominguez smear that
This guy put a 101.
I mean, that's terrible. But you're right. It is kind of in the same spot. I wonder if it was something in the facility that was.
Yeah. See,
look at that one. Look at Connor Cannon.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was telling you, it's like kind of in the same spot on every auto. It's not like where the auto starts. It's like right in the middle of the auto.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, see? It's all like that's what I noticed when I went through and I looked at all the damaged autos. They're all damaged in the same spot of the auto. It's always right in the middle of the auto. So it might have been like where it was
Grabbing it.
Yeah.
Cards caught the Rona. Max says in the chat. Yeah, it is literally in the same spot, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder if we're gonna see that in
Ooh, don't say that.
I know, man.
Don't say that. I ain't got the strength. Yeah, dude, same place every time.
That is crazy.
Yep, right here too. Same guy. Cantilo.
Yeah, it can't. It's like a little bar or something that went through the card or something. Dang,
something
man.
with the presses. It was like that day that they had to rush because like they were like told to get out the damn factory.
Yeah, maybe they're like, oh, they're gonna shut us down. We got to get this Bowman out the door. Hurry up! Hurry up! Hurry up! Yeah, because it's like the same 2 lines almost that like run through it.
I noticed that when I was going through and people were because that was a pretty hot topic going on Twitter about like all the damaged autos coming out of the first edition. So I started looking at them and I'm all, it's weird that it's in the same spot
for all of them.
Every auto.
Yeah.
Like you would think if they were like quality control and like they were basically sent back to Topps and Topps were like, yeah, that auto smear, we can't use it. You would have seen like some mess ups on the beginning of the auto or the end of the auto, but not always the smearing right in the center of the auto.
Or you know what? They had to re-stamp those. So maybe the machine that has to put because
the first edition stamp.
Yeah. That's a good point because it probably has to get fed into something.
Right. It has to get fed into something and stamped.
And you know what? When they usually stamp them, they probably stamp them
prior to the signing.
Yep. So that's probably what happened. They probably had to put it into the machine to get it stamped first edition.
And it probably heats it up a little bit.
And it heats it up and it probably smeared the auto right in that same spot every time.
That's crazy. That's probably what happened. And maybe they didn't even know it until they started coming out.
Yeah.
So maybe it wasn't Man, we just I think
we're figuring something out.
I think we got some detective work going on. So yeah, it might have literally been it might literally been that first edition stamp that got put on there afterwards because these are essentially the same cards that are coming out of the regular Bowman. Now my question is here, does that mean that there's going to be one less orange refractor of Robert Puason? You know what I'm saying? In the regular version?
Ooh, I don't know.
Because it's stamped 14 of 25.
We may never know.
We may never know. We may never know. Dun, dun, dun. So yeah, I mean that's another question.
I don't know if they put reds in there, but that would be the way to find out.
Suck. I mean, they shouldn't have put an orange in there. They probably should have only put base autos in there if they were going to do it. But they put all different colors. In
Yeah,
there.
I don't know why they don't contact you before they make these decisions.
I know. I got some. So it's not just a hat rack. You know what I mean? But anyways, that's pretty much it. You guys have anything else you want to talk about? We got a couple minutes, but we got some sold out, Mosaic happening next. Mosaic. All right, guys. Well, that is it for this week's episode of The Hype. We'll be back next week with episode 140. We got some other stuff in the works for the show, so stay tuned. We're gonna bring back Mojo sessions at some point and do some guests. And we got a lot of big plans when our new shop opens. Hopefully, and we're gonna be moving over there in mid-June, and the actual retail storefront should be opening up hopefully a couple months after that. So if you're ever in the San Jose, Santa Clara area, when you're allowed to travel again and you want to stop by, say hi, you can look us up. And so that'll be fun. And make sure you check out the breaks this week and this weekend. We're going to have plenty more Mosaic. We're going to have Bowman. We're going to have Flawless Football. We're going to have
Select Baseball.
Select Baseball's coming out on Bowman Day. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we only getting 25% of our Bowman, I mean, we got to break something.
We got to do something, dude. Hit Parade. We're going to be doing some more of that, even though it's pretty much all gone now. We got a lot of stuff going on. So
Noir basketball next week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Noir basketball. We got some first off the line coming in. We'll be doing that as well. So be sure to check that out. And other than that, that is it for the show. Thanks, guys, for tuning in once again. And we'll see you guys later. Peace.